For thousands of years, Native American tribes across the vast expanse of North America developed their own distinct cultures, customs, and traditions. Within these rich tapestries of indigenous life, sexuality held a prominent place, intertwining with spirituality, community dynamics, and individual experiences. Sexuality within Native American cultures was often viewed as sacred, an integral part of the human experience connected to the natural world and the divine. Many tribes embraced a deep reverence for the cycles of life, fertility, and the harmonious balance between humans and nature. In this video, we will be discussing the intimate lives of Native Americans. The Huron, an Aboriginal group whose descendants lived in various communities across North America in Quebec, Michigan, Kansas, Oklahoma, and beyond, were well known in 17th century Europe thanks to the writings of Jesuit missionaries who resided among them. While it may seem peculiar that a Catholic order sworn to celibacy would be a source for discussing the sex lives of an entire people, the Jesuits' dedication to documenting their mission charges has made them a valuable source on this topic. The Huron people consisted of a loose confederacy of 4 smaller nations or tribes: the Bear, Cord, Rock, and Deer. They were primarily horticulturalists, cultivating crops such as corn, beans, and squash, which comprised a significant portion of their diet. Fish, fruit, and meat also played a role, but to a lesser extent. The labor-intensive tasks of horticulture, including planting, weeding, harvesting, and grinding, were predominantly carried out by women. The clan was the most important social unit among the Huron, determined through matrilineal lines. One belonged to the clan of their mother, not their father. Individuals belonging to the same clan were considered relatives, and it was considered incestuous to engage in sexual relations or marry within one's own clan. In a detailed study of the 18th century Wyandot, one of the descendant groups of the Huron, and their linguistically and culturally related cousins, the Anishinaabe people, it was found that there were no marriages between individuals of the same clan. Despite typically numbering between 500 to 600 people during the 18th century, they practiced exogamy, which involved marrying outside the clan. Adultery was possible, but it had to occur with someone from a different clan. Given that each house belonged to a specific clan and could house anywhere from 8 to 70 people, finding the right place for such encounters must have been challenging. The Huron people were active traders, with men often traveling long distances by canoe to visit established trading partners from other nations. These partnerships may have extended to marital relationships, as they helped strengthen social bonds between trading partners and nations. Early European records primarily describe such relationships from a male perspective, often neglecting to acknowledge the decision-making authority young women may have held in such matters at the time. Aboriginal women generally had more say in selecting and ending partnerships compared to their European counterparts. The Hurons' attitudes towards sex were much more open and liberated compared to the French settlers who came to Canada, then known as New France. A notable example of this openness can be seen in a sexual ceremony observed by Brother Gabriel Sigurd, a member of the Recollect order, during his stay with the Huron in 1623 to 1624. The ceremony involved all the girls in a town gathering at the bedside of a sick woman. The girls were asked one by one to choose a young man from the town to spend the night with them. The chosen young men were immediately notified by the ceremony organizers, and they would then come to sleep with the girls in the presence of the sick woman. The ceremony lasted throughout the night, accompanied by singing and rattling of tortoise shells by the chiefs. It's important to note that in this ceremony, it was the young women who made the choices, not the young men. This highlights the importance and respect given to women in Huron culture when it came to matters of intimacy. Many Native American tribes viewed sexuality as a sacred and spiritual aspect of life. It was seen as a means of connecting with the divine, nature, and the cosmos. Sexual acts were often performed within ceremonial contexts and rituals to honor fertility, life cycles, and the harmony between humans and the natural world. In some Native American tribes, polyamory was accepted and practiced. Consensual multiple partnerships were not uncommon, and individuals could have relationships with multiple partners simultaneously. This was often based on mutual respect, consent, and the belief that love and connection were not limited to a single person. Native American cultures generally held more permissive attitudes towards sexuality compared to European norms of the time. There was a greater acceptance of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. Some tribes recognized the existence of two-spirit individuals, who embodied both masculine and feminine qualities and played unique societal roles. Sexual education within Native American communities was often a communal responsibility. Elders and experienced members of the tribe would pass down knowledge and wisdom regarding relationships, intimacy, and reproductive health to younger generations. These teachings emphasized consent, responsibility, and the importance of maintaining balance and harmony in all aspects of life. Various sexual rituals and ceremonies were practiced by different tribes. These rituals could range from fertility rites aimed at ensuring the prosperity of the tribe to initiation ceremonies marking the transition from adolescence to adulthood. Such ceremonies often incorporated dance, music, storytelling, and symbolic acts to evoke spiritual connections and strengthen community bonds. It is crucial to recognize that Native American cultures are incredibly diverse, with over 500 distinct tribes and indigenous groups across North America. Each tribe had its unique customs, beliefs, and practices regarding sexuality. It is essential to approach the subject with cultural sensitivity, respect for diversity, and an understanding that historical records may have limitations and biases. By exploring and appreciating the complexities of Native American sexual practices, we gain insights into the richness of their cultures and challenge our preconceived notions about human sexuality.